Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, proudly presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from the South Union Township Rec Center, we bring you the South Union Township Youth Indoor Soccer League Championship games. Hi, everybody. I'm Nick Barczyk, along with Jerry Dupay, and we welcome you aboard for today's youth soccer playoff games in the 13, 14, 15, 16-year-old division, followed by the championship game. The South Union Township Sports Network coverage. It is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and CUTV with Gary Smith. I'm Nick Barczyk, along with Jerry Dupay, as we get set for these U17 playoff games, the championship game to follow after these four games. The first one, red and camo, that's on the way next. Youth Indoor Soccer right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including La-Z-Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Welcome back as we get set for our first game in the U17 tournament. 4 games, then the championship, red and camo. After that, it is pink and yellow. The winner of this game will get black. The winner of the pink-yellow game gets orange. And then the winners of the last 2 games here, or games 3 and 4 out of 5, I guess you could say, will play in the championship game. Game number 5 is teams huddling in midfield. The red squad and the camo squad. Red led by DJ Mancini and camo led by Joseph Burke. So we get set to go with this one. 15-minute games. In net for camo is number 5. That's Gina Groff. Ball in midfield, and off we go, controlled by camo. Over to the far wall. Touch for Dante Delverme. Oliveira's now with it for red. As he comes up over the midfield line into the red zone, Oliveira's Olivares with a shot, and that one just wide. Over on the board, Eric Reed with it. Now off to Camo. Touch for Luke Flecker. Swung down on the board. Off to David Wingrove. Wingrove with a shot off the board, and that one's covered up. Up ahead for Red. Reed. Back over to Camo. Wingrove on the right side. Shot on the way, just wide by Flecker and out of play. That was a missile. Grabbed by DJ Mancini. Poked up ahead. Off to Dante Delverme. Cut off, though. Good defense by Rebecca Burke. Just underway. Over a minute in. No score. Olivares off to his right. Solid defense. That one picked up by Croft and flung ahead to Flecker. Down to the board. Delverme. Flecker on Delverme. There on the board. That one poked away. Back to Reed for Red. Swung back in the Camo zone on the board. Still no score. 2 minutes in. Here's Flecker right side. Now back to Reed. Shot on the way. It's in with the left foot. David Wingrove, number 3, gets that one to go from long range, and Camo's on the board first at 1-0. So Wingrove strikes first. Olivares up top, tries to work through the defense, and Camo will regain off to Burke. Burke swings it down. Back to Wingrove. Delverme sends it strong down the middle. Off to Olivares. He fires it just wide. May have scraped the post. Off to Wingrove. Sends it back for Burke. Down to Flecker. Flecker right side with a shot. That one's in. Luke Flecker gets his first, and Camo's up 2-0. So Flecker knocks it home to give Camo a 2-0 lead. Here's Burke deep in the red zone. Olivares in a battle with her. Out to midfield. Shot on the way. Great save on the rebound. It's Wingrove, and that one's picked up. Up ahead for Olivares. Tries to feed Reed. Gets past Reed. He'll go back to get it on the board. Olivares, that one wide, through the box and out. Olivares out to midfield. Swings it down for Reed on the right side. Tight defense by Rebecca Burke. Out to midfield. Shot on the way. That one just wide. Wingrove off to get it. Shot on the way. That one off the body of the goalie and in. Goal number 3 for Camo. And goal number 2 for Flecker. And Camo on top 3-0. Less than 5 minutes in. So Red now in a big-time hole. Down 3-0 less than 5 minutes into the match. Up ahead for Ellie Mancini. Poked down the other way. That one way out of play and almost gets us here in the balcony. David Wingrove, a lot of air on that one. Sent down right side. Tracked down by Burke. Olivares just wide again through the box and out. Ellie Mancini. Off for Delverme. Oliveras. Back in the red end. Camo up 3-0. 9.5 to play. Shot on the way off of Groff and in. And Oliveras with the goal. Gets it to go as he tumbles down on the pitch. Oliveras breaks the shutout. First goal for Red. It's now 3-1 Camo. That one knocked away. Another shot attempt denied by Mancini. So it rolls back into the red zone. Good ball movement there. Flecker trying to set up Wingrove. Flecker, another opportunity, gets it to go. That's his second goal, Luke Flecker. And Camo now up 3 at 4-1. So a nice play there by Flecker. Good teamwork trying to find Wingrove. And now Oliveras with it along the board up top. That one almost in, just wide. Kicked away by Groff. Shot on the way, Oliveras. Too much air on that one. Over the crossbar and out of play. Set down by Groff. 8 minutes left. 4-1 Camo behind 2 goals from Luke Flecker. Flecker with an out. Down to Jonah Hughes, who sends it off the body of Wingrove. Back to Flecker. Taken away by Oliveras. He shoots it, and it's off of a body and in. Not much that Gina Groff could do there. That was off of Burke and in. So Reds now cut it to a 2-goal deficit. Now 4-2 Camo with 7.5 to go. Back for Burke, cut off by Oliveras. Delverme pokes it ahead. Left side, Ellie Mancini, shot off of Groff. Great save. Oliveras will knock it home, though. We have a 1-goal game. Manuel Oliveras gets another one, now makes it a 1-goal game. It's Camo 4, Red 3. Back on for Red will be number 5, Eric Reed. Rolls back in the red zone. Down to get it Burke. She'll send it off the board. Reed, cut off, shot on the way and in. Another one for Luke Flecker. Goal number 3 for him, a hat trick, and Camo extends their lead back up to 2 at 5-3. Down for Oliveras on the right side, off the board. Trying to feed Reed there, but it's back the other way. Shot just wide. Oliveras cleans it up, though, again. Right place, right time. Manuel Oliveras. After Mancini's shot was wide, he cleans it up, makes it a 1-goal game again. Back and forth. Camo's had the lead, though, the whole time. And with 6 minutes left, now 5-4 Camo. Rebecca Burke, cut off by Mancini. Trying to feed Reed again, and back in the Camo zone. Poked down into the box for Burke, and it's picked up by Hughes. Hughes rolls it off the wall. Off for Burke. Back to Flecker. Up for Wingrove off of Reed, and play continues. Mancini trips over the ball. On the way, just wide. Flecker. Cut off by Oliveras in midfield. Fancy footwork, shot on the way. Off the body of Gabrielle Burke before it got to Groff. 5 minutes left. Camo 5, Red 4 in this U17 game. First playoff game in the tournament here. The winner advances to get the black team. Over midfield, Oliveras. Oliveras to his right. Shot on the way, just off the board, wide right. Down for Reed. Cut off by Flecker. pokes it in. Luke Flecker, goal number 4 for him. Not much that Hughes could do about that one, and Camo now up 2 at 6-4. Burke, cut off. Out to midfield, Flecker. Again, through traffic, pokes it in. Had Hughes going one way, the ball went the other way. Luke Flecker again, having himself a day. Now Camo has their largest lead of the match up to 3 at 7-4. Red looking for an answer with 4 minutes left. Off the board, Flecker trying to get it to go, but instead it's Rebecca Burke. So Burke gets one, leads up to 4 now for Camo. They're in cruise control at this point, up 8-4. Back on for Red is Dante Delverme. So Camo in comfortable position. Hughes sends that ahead, but right to Wingrove. Pokes it back for Flecker, the player of the game in this one. Down right side for Burke. Burke shot, redirected by Reed. Tracked down by Rebecca Burke. On wide right. So we reach the 3-minute mark. Camo up 8-4. Reed trying to feed Oliveris, and then rolls back in the red zone. Off for Flecker. Burke. Shot. Too much air on that one, out of play by Gabrielle Burke. Out to Oliveris. Flecker again. Save made by Hughes. Burke off to Wingrove. A little contact there of a whistle. Hughes will send it ahead for Red. Hughes picks up that one. Flecker shot. It's in. Another one for Luke Flecker. Having himself a game. He has 6, and Camo in cruise control up 5 now, and 9-4 with 2 minutes to go. Looks like Camo will advance to take on Black in game number 3. Trip there. Penalty will go on Rebecca Burke. In for Camo as that shot goes in. So Red gets it to go 9-5. A player for the Black team coming in for Camo, number 5. We'll get that for you here. Oliveris with it. Tries to feed Mancini. Shot on the way. Saved by Hughes as Wingrove tried to extend the lead. Camo up 9-5. Reed tries to feed Oliveris. Along the board. Oliveris cuts it off. Shot. Almost hits the ceiling. Rolls to the far side. Mancini in a foot chase. Down to 40 seconds. Oliveris. Now Reed. Why not shoot it? Redirected off of Flecker to the board. Oliveris off of Groff. Send down the other way. Hughes. Burke with a shot. Saved by Hughes again and cleared by Delverme. Off to Oliveris. Tries to feed Mancini. 20 seconds left. Camo on their way to a win in this one. Flecker pokes it ahead. Wingrove. Hughes will come up. Down to 8, down to 7. Hughes will poke it ahead on the far wall, and that will just about do it. One more shot. Out of play wide right, and Camo holds on and wins it over Red. Led by Luke Flecker, who went off for 6 goals. And Camo will advance to take on Black in game number 3 of this U17 tournament. And your final in this one, Camo 9, Red 5, will come on back, pink and yellow. In the next one, that's on the way next. More youth indoor soccer right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back as we get set for a semifinal game in the U17 division. The yellow team forfeiting, from what we can tell, to not have enough players, so the second game between pink and yellow not happening. It's black and camo. In our third game, then orange and pink in the fourth game. Winners of these two games will meet up in the championship. Our first one, camo beat red 9-5. And we're almost ready to go. And net for black is Zach Layton. Gina Groff for camo is in net. 15 minutes on the clock, and off we go. Over midfield with it, Flecker, cut off. Sun up ahead, right side for black. Now Flecker trying to find Wingrove on the right side. He does, cut off by Layton. Luke Pappas actually in net for black. That was a late change. Layton was all ready to go, had the mesh on, but late change there. Pappas in net for black. Sent down into the box, picked up by Groff. Rolls it up ahead. Sent over the middle of the field. Shot on the way. Save made. That one's in. Camo on the board first. Give that one to Burke. She knocks it home from the left side, and Camo's up 1-0. Sundown, that one hits the net. On the basketball hoop. Into the box, knocked out of play by Wingrove. So Camo striking first on the goal from Burke. Burke. Down for Black to get it there on the board. Sent along to Flecker. Cut off by Flecker. Good defensive plays trying to get it was Pappas. Up ahead now to Nico Johns. Back to midfield. Sent ahead to the near board. Gabrielle Burke. Pokes it up ahead for Newman. Sent away by Groff. On the board. Gabrielle Burke taking it up left side. Guarded tightly by Layton. Nice spin move there, and picking it up is Groff. Nico Johns. Over midfield. Flecker cut off by Layton. Flecker again slows it down off to Burke. Shoots and scores. Rebecca Burke on the assist from Flecker makes it 2-0 Camo. So a good start for the Camo squad, who took care of Red. Another shot for Burke. And that one's in right side. Wingrove beats Cosmo Rich, and he'll come out. Zach Layton will come in. 3-0 Camo. So now Zach Layton in net. He'll get the goalie gloves on, has the mesh on, and will play on as Rich gave up 3 quick ones, and he'll be pulled. Little touch, that one sent wide. Up top, shot on the way and in. Nico Johns, the first one for Black. Makes it a 2-goal game at 3-1. Play resumes, Burke. Newman through center, caught by Groff. Rolled up ahead for Flecker. Flecker had 6 goals in the Camo 9-5 win over Red earlier on today. Johns. Guarded tightly by Wingrove. Here's Johns, left-footed kick, knocked out of play by Groff. Good save there to keep this a 3-1 match. So Johns will get the corner kick here, sends it through the box and out. Pappas in the corner. Now Newman sends it down, a header for Burke. Flecker into the Camo zone, spins. Picked up by Layton. Up ahead for Johns and out of play. Groff. Sent the other way. Tracking it down is Rich. Up ahead for Camo. Trying to feed Flecker was Wingrove. Too far ahead for him. On the board. Into the box. Picked up by Layton. Thrown up ahead for Johns. Camo up 3-1 with 9:40 left. Trying to feed Rich and too far ahead for him. Now Burke along the wall. Flecker will track it down on the board. Guarded by Pappas. Flecker trying to make something happen. Layton knocks it away. Back off to Pappas. Sent down for Rich. Flecker again, and handball called. Set down by Flecker. Touched Flecker to the goal and picked up by Layton. Nice play there down to the far wall. Burke trying to feed Flecker. Cut off by Newman. Here she comes right side with a shot down to the board. Johns. Groff kicks it away. Now back to Johns. Johns trying to feed Rich. Shoots and scores. Cosmo Rich gets the goal on the assist from Johns. We have a 1-goal game with 8.5 to go. It's now 3-2 Camo. Good teamwork by Black there. Now Rich with it. Flecker. Great defense by Newman. Up ahead for Johns. Johns just wide. Controlled by Burke. Sends it back into the Camo zone. On the way. That one just wide. Back to Johns. Johns left-footed kick. Picked up by Gruff. Rolls it up ahead for Wingrove. Guarded tightly by Rich. Through center, Layton will go down to a knee to get it. Under 8 to go. Camo up 1. Winner advances to the championship to get the winner of our next semi-orange and pink. This U17 division, wrapping up the youth indoor soccer season here at the Rec Center. On the near wall, Johns with a shot. That one poked away. Burke trying to feed Flecker, who again had a big game for Camo in the quarterfinal. Now Rich will cut it off. Off to Johns. To the near wall. Sun up ahead, and nice clear by Gabrielle Burke. Layton throws it up ahead for Nico Johns. Johns again on that left side. Trying to fend off Burke and Wingrove, and it's poked down by Newman. Up to Rich. Over to the far wall, Rich, and that's a penalty on Burke. So Black will get a Newman, will send it down just wide. Camo still up 3-2 with 6.5 to go, and way too much on that one out of play by Johns. Gruff will get a new ball, set it down, top of the box. Feeds Burke. We'll reset it here. Black will get a chance here. Set down in the box, Johns. Off of Burke, nice defense there. Camo had everyone there, and down Johns there, pushing Wingrove down. No call, play continues. A lot of contact there. Could have warranted something. Down to 5.5 to go. Picked up by Layton. Camo still leading by 1. Thrown down for Wingrove. Gets past Johns. Burke goes down. Goes back in the Camo zone. Wingrove. Out of Flecker. Flecker guarded by Newman. Off to Wingrove, shot out of play. Layton feeds Newman to the far wall. Flecker shoots and he scores. Some insurance for Camo, another goal for Luke Flecker. Puts Camo up 2 at 4-2 with 4.5 to go. Johns, down goes Burke. Play now by Pappas, off to Rich. Black needs some goals as they're down 2 at the 4-minute mark. Burke and Johns all over each other. That one will hop out of play and a whistle. Newman sends it ahead, cut off by Burke. She'll try to score, and she will. From long range. They're going to count that one, they will. So jubilation on the Camo side as Burke will get that one. To make it 5-2. They're going to wave that one off. No shots over half, and they're going to wave that one off. So it's still 4-2. That one out of play. So Gabby Burke thought she had it, but still a 4-2 match. Scoreboard reading 6-2. With 3 minutes to go. Off to Nico Johns. Johns, that one off the backboard and out. Shot way out of play. Poked ahead by Burke. Down to the board, Pappas pokes it out. Frustrated with himself there. Score at 4-2 Camo with 2.5 to go, and sliding down to make that save is Layton. Here comes Johns. Burke. Nice play. Flecker has it. Flecker off the post. Stays in play. Shot wide by Wingrove. Layton to get it. He'll send it down and out of play. Poked ahead by Wingrove. Picked up again by Layton. Camo holding on to a 2-goal advantage with 1:40 left. Rich in a battle with Burke on the board. Rich and Burke again. Up to Pappas on the wall, trying to get it out of there. Johns will poke it ahead for Newman. Shot on the way. Kicked aside by Groff and Wingrove. Great hustle there for Camo. Setting up Flecker, who shoots it just wide. Wingrove tries it, and it's covered up by Layton. Down to a minute to go. Black needs an answer here, down 2. Camo looking for a trip to the championship game. Newman with a shot just wide. Down goes Johns. Kicked aside by Groff, and we'll reset here with 50 seconds. Through center. Pappas. Shot wide. Poked ahead by Burke. Out to midfield, Pappas. Now up top to Johns. Johns sends it right in the chest of Groff, who saves it. 30 seconds. Clear down the other way. Newman. Guarded by Wingrove. Into the box, Layton has it. Trying to hurry it up for Black. Here's Johns. Johns. In a battle with Burke. Great job by Gabriel Burke to keep Johns from doing anything. Wingrove's there. Wingrove all over him. Wingrove goes down, and that's going to do it. Camo will survive and advance to the championship with a spirited win. Final score, Camo 4 and Black 2. Camo will advance in the title game to take on either orange or pink, and that's coming up next. Our second semifinal in the U17 division on the way next right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including La-Z-Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. Call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Welcome back, Nick and Jerry, as we continue. 2 more games left in the youth indoor soccer season, U17. Semifinal game number 2, Orange and Pink. Winner of this game gets camo in the championship. Lori Sylvester's Pink Lemonade team against the Orange Crush, led by Keith Morgan Jr. Everyone meeting up in midfield, talking with the official. Our goalies will be Dylan Morgan for Orange, and for Pink, Chris Harmon. 15 minutes up on the clock, and again, the winner will get camo in the title game. Camo beating red 9-5 and black 4-2 to get here, to get to the title game. And now Orange and Pink will battle. And off we go for a spot in the title game. Shot on the way, saved by Harmon. Quick shot by Christian Stieber. A lot of Stiebers. We'll be saying that Stieber name a lot. 2 Stiebers out there, Christian and Kalen for Orange. Here's Christian Stieber, and that shot just wide. On the left side, Alexander Simon. That one poked ahead, rolls in the pink zone. Vecchiola down to get it. He slips and slides. Kalen Stieber off the wall to Christian. Tries to get by Scott, cut off by Scott. And it's picked up by Morgan. Charging in hard was Carson Scott. Left side Orange. First touch for Simon. Knocked away. Over the midfield line. Stieber. Scott all over him. Poked back to Morgan. Sends it up for Stieber. That's Kalen. Sun ahead for Stieber. Now Simon again tries to poke it in. About 90 seconds in, still scoreless, and that one out of play by Kalen Stieber. Ball retrieved by the goalie Harmon. Pink has the distinct size advantage in this one. See if Orange can hold their own, though. Camo, whoever wins this game, Camo will be a tough out in the championship game. Nice moves by Stieber. Save made, and it goes in on the second attempt. Stieber, after the save by Harmon, second time the charm for number 7, Christian Stieber, makes it 1-0 Orange, and just like that, a goalie change. Harmon will come out, Vecchiola will come in. So that did not take long. Harmon will step out. Morgan with a nice save right in his chest. So Vecchiola gets the mesh on for Pink. Shot deflected. Back to Scott. Trying to work it there is Caleb Scott. 2 Stiebers and 2 Scotts out there for these two teams. Cut off by Carson Scott. Taken away again by Christian Stieber on the far wall. 3 minutes in, 1-0 Orange. Stieber into the orange zone. Cut off though by Harmon. Guarded tight by Bailey Novak. Up top to Scott, header. On the far wall, it's Simon. Simon back in the orange zone. Simon controls, feeds Stieber. Right in the chest of Vecchiola. Up ahead for Harmon. Pink looking for their first tally. Along the wall, Stieber. Guarded by Harmon. Looking for help. He rallies Simon over. Now Christian feeds Kalen Stieber. Kalen Stieber right side. Shoots it. Saved by Vecchiola. Up ahead again for Harmon. Harmon to the wall. Guarded by Simon. Harmon has the size advantage there. Trying to feed Caleb Scott. Scott, right side. Fires it off the board. Tries to get it back in a battle with Stieber and too much contact there. And a whistle coming on for Pink is number 2 and number 6. That's Emma Scott and Caitlin Adams respectively. Fired ahead by Stieber. To the board. Here's Scott. And back to Stieber. Stieber just wide. Trying to feed Novak. She'll get it. Scott sends it down. Now Simon with a poke. And a big clear the other way off the board. Scott shoots and scores. Off of Morgan and in. Caleb Scott, the first goal for Pink, and we're tied at 1, 5 minutes in. So tied up here, just over 5 minutes. Stieber poked ahead by Vecchiola, deep in the Pink zone. It's Harmon. Nice play by Morgan, though. Here's Kalen Stieber. Trying to center it up. It's cut off by Scott. That's Emma Scott. Stieber with a shot. Saved by Vecchiola. Cut off by Stieber. Stieber right side. Kalen taken away. Bump there. Here's Carson Scott just wide. Like that Caleb, excuse me. On the far wall, Kalen Stieber, and that one knocked out of play by Scott. So back on is Carson Scott. Chris Harmon will take a breather. Vecchiola throws it up ahead. Down to get it to Scott on the board with Simon. A lot of contact there and too much contact. We'll have a whistle. 8.5 to go, 1-1. Taking the kick for Orange will be Christian Stieber. Off to Kalen Stieber. Coming in to get that, though, is Pink's number 6, Caitlin Adams. Now Simon poked away. Nice play by Emma Scott, and down goes Simon. Substitution in for Orange, number 9. Joshua Radovich's first check in. Caleb Scott quickly up the right side. Scott off the board. Carson shot just wide. Gets it again. Left-footed kick, no good, and it's clear the other way by Kalen Stieber. Now Carson Scott pokes it back in the pink end. Christian Stieber will take it. Scott will come in. 7.5 to go. 1-all. Up to Simon. Back to Stieber. Stieber shoots and scores. Christian Stieber gives Orange the lead back at 2-1. Orange Crush get the lead back. Now Claire White in the game for Pink. Sent down the other way. Morgan in a battle with Scott. Gets back in position as Morgan. Off to Stieber. Just had the golded Christian Stieber. The midfield line pokes it up left side for Kalen. Now back to Christian. Cut off though. Good play by Scott. Back in the pink zone. Over the midfield line, Stieber. Fancy footwork for Christian Stieber, and it's caught by Vecchiola. Vecchiola fires it. Down for Caleb Scott. On the board. Gets it to go. Caleb Scott, an impressive shot from the right corner. His second goal. And Scott ties it up at 2 with 6.5 to go. An impressive goal in the corner for Scott, his second. We're all knotted up at 2. Winner gets camo in the title game. Here's Stieber. Stieber right side. Shoots it just wide and past Radovich. Stieber. Covered by Vecchiola. Up ahead for Scott. Scott pokes it out of play. Off of Orange, they say Simon, so Pink will get it. Scott sends it down for his brother Carson. White all over Stieber. Christian Stieber with a shot. Picked up again by Vecchiola. Checks the clock. 2-all with 5:40 left. Fires it down for Carson Scott. Cut off by Stieber. Back to Scott. Now Stieber. Kalen for Christian on the right side. Passes it to himself. Shot wide. Down to get it to Radovich on the board. Off to Simon in midfield. Stieber cut off by White. Emma Scott will get it on the board. Stieber, top of the box, poked away by Vecchiola. Scott down to get it in the corner. Tight defense by Simon. Radovich will come in as well for help, and it's poked away to the near wall. Stieber. Back on for Orange is Novak. Now Stieber to the board. 4:40 left, 2-all between Orange and Pink. Winner gets camo in the title game. A lot of contact there, and down goes Stieber. They're going to whistle Emma Scott. Braden Kaufman back in for Pink. Kick will come from Stieber. Pokes it up in the air. Christian header there by Kaufman. Stieber into the box. Back to Kalen Stieber. Back for Christian. Up to Simon on the left side. Simon, and it's caught by Vecchiola. Too far up ahead for Scott. Scott with the empty net scores! Caleb Scott gets it to go with Morgan out of position. Hat trick for Scott. It's 3-2. Pink in the lead. So Caleb Scott gives Pink the lead back. Harmon back in the game. Here's Harmon left side. Harmon coming in as Morgan. He'll poke it away. Off to Stieber. On the far wall, Kalen Stieber through the wickets of Scott. Sent down by Kaufman to the board. Down for Stieber. Back in the orange zone. Orange looking for an answer. Down a goal. 3 minutes left. Stieber shoots it just wide. Here's Alex Simon off of Vecchiola. Scott will send it down. Here's Carson Scott. Now Christian Stieber looks to run over the midfield line off to Kalen. Back to Christian. Shoots it. Kick saved by Vecchiola. What an impressive save. Now Morgan. Carson Scott, some contact from Simon. Now Scott to get it. Shoots it just wide. Harmon shoots and scores. Chris Harmon puts Pink up 2, 4-2. What a flurry there by Pink. Harmon had the empty net, knocks it in with ease, and Pink's up 2 with 2 minutes to go. Here's Stieber, another save for Vecchiola. Poked away by Scott. Shot just wide. Stieber tries to get it just wide. Along the board, picked up again by Vecchiola on the shot from Novak. Pink up 2 with 2 minutes left. Rolled up ahead. Vecchiola has it again. Novak almost got it off. Rolled down for Carson Scott. Scott. Simon up ahead for Kalen Stieber. Now to Christian in the orange zone. Christian Stieber will shoot it wide. Scott will clear it. Stieber cut off by Scott, and down goes Kaufman and a whistle. Back on for Pink is Adams. So a big opportunity here for Orange. Simon will shoot it. Too much air on that one, over the bar and out. Time running out for Orange. Top of the box, Vecchiola feeds Kaufman on the right. Kaufman goes down. Orange keeps it on their end. Shot on the way, and the save made by Vecchiola. Up ahead to Carson Scott. Poked down by Simon. Stieber, nice move. Shoots it, knocks it in. 1-goal game. Christian Stieber makes it 4-3 Pink. But time running out. Ball in midfield with 35 seconds. Up to Scott. Orange needs another goal to keep this one going. Scott almost. Here's Stieber. Stieber up top. Cut off. Nice clear. 20 seconds. Morgan with it. Pokes it ahead. Pink up 1 with 15 seconds. Here's Stieber on the right side looking for the tie. Shoots it off the board. No. Out to Christian Stieber. Shoots it off of Vecchiola. Down to 5 seconds. Shot on the way. Saved by Vecchiola. Cleared by Harmon. Out of play. That'll run the clock out, and Pink wins it. What a game. A 1-goal win for Pink. They will play Camo in the title game. Final score, Pink 4 and Orange 3. We'll have the championship game coming up next between Camo and Pink in the U17 division. That's on the way next right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Welcome back as we get set for our championship game in the U17 division. It is Camo and Pink here from the Rec Center. 15 minutes on the clock, and everyone from the Pink team getting down there. They were about to play here, and down they go. Gina Groff in net for Camo and Vecchiola. That's Andino Vecchiola in net for Pink. This championship game, Camo beating the red team and black to get here. Pink got the benefit of yellow forfeiting because of a lack of players on their end, and also beat orange by a goal to get here, and off we go in the title game. 15 minutes on the clock. Sent down for White. Up ahead to Carson Scott. Through center, off to Harmon. Harmon shoots and scores. And Harmon strikes first, less than 20 seconds in. Puts Pink on the board first at 1-0. Off to Wingrove. Slipping on the ball there is White. She's all right, gets back up. Scott through center. Down the other way, chasing it is Carson Scott along with Burke. Taken away by Gabrielle Burke. Up ahead for Rebecca Burke in the Camo zone. Too far up ahead for Wingrove. He'll try to get down on the board. And that one knocked out of play by Caleb Scott. Burke right off the forehead of Scott. Didn't even flinch. Back to Scott. He'll try to clear it. Poked ahead for Harmon. Back in the Pink zone. Gabrielle Burke to get it. Along the wall to Wingrove. Trying to feed Flecker. It's cut off by Scott. Wingrove now. Off to Flecker. Flecker off the body of Scott. And a handball called there. Off the shoulder. It didn't look like it touched the hand, but... So Camo will get it. Flecker up top. Almost. Cleaning it up is Flecker. So Vecchiola went down. Flecker gets it to go, and we're tied at 1. Luke Flecker was busy in that quarterfinal game. Had 6 of Camo's 9 when they beat Red 9-5, and he gets the first one for Camo. Game tied at 1. 12:40 left in regulation. Along the board, it's Harmon. Picked up by Groff. Rolled up ahead for Wingrove. Harmon, solid defense. Shot on the way, saved by Dino Vecchiola. That one way out of play. Hits the screen here in front of the balcony. Flecker off the face there of, oh my. Cut her right in the nose and mouth. Wrong place, wrong time there. I think she's laughing about it now, but That got Caitlin Adams in a bad spot. May need some ice on that one. So Caitlin Adams will step out. Game still tied at 1 with 12 minutes to go. Sent down for Vecchiola. Pokes it ahead. Almost getting that one to go is Wingrove, and that's a handball on Burke, and she feels the pain there in her left hand as she shakes it. Flecker trying to slow things down. Works on Harmon, back in the camo zone. Trying to cut him off there is Emma Scott. Scott on the board. Now Carson, poked away by Wingrove. On the far wall. Flecker. Cut off by Scott. It's trying to feed Wingrove. Now Harmon will send it ahead for Pink. 11 minutes left, tied at 1 between Camo and Pink in the championship game in the U17 division. Burke in midfield. Rebecca Burke on the right side. Picked up by Vecchiola. Throws it down for Harmon. Harmon sends it just wide. Out to Carson Scott. His shot is over the crossbar and out. Too much on that one. Back in for Pincus Kaufman, giving Harmon a breather. Fire down in the camo zone. Shot on the way. Just wide off the paw of Vecchiola. Wingrove almost had it. Here's Flecker. Saved by Vecchiola again. Wingrove on the board. Back to Flecker. Flecker up top for Burke. Trying to feed Wingrove. She did, but the shot by Wingrove just off the mark. And we're back down here deep in the pink zone. Flecker will cut it off. Now Flecker through center. Fancy footwork, pokes it up for Burke. Empty net. Kaufman will try to clear it. Down goes Burke. She's all right. 5 minutes in, game tied at 1. In the box, picked up by Vecchiola. Directs traffic, throws it up ahead for Carson Scott. Along the board, poked ahead by Groff. Through center, taken by Kaufman. Here's Flecker, off for Rebecca Burke on the left side. And that one sputters away. Close but no cigar for Camo, and that one off the scoreboard and out by Flecker. Up ahead, off the heel and out of play. Harmon back on along with Adams. Adams is all right for Pink. Off the side of the head of Wingrove. Back for Harmon. He'll play it back in the pink end. Shot on the way, saved by Groff. 8:40 left, knotted up at 1. Back to Gabby Burke. Flecker. Some contact. Shot just wide by Wingrove. On the far wall, Rebecca Burke feeds Flecker. Through traffic, cut off by Scott, poked away by Vecchiola. Flecker again. Flecker off of Adams. Nice save there. Helping out Vecchiola in net. Rolls back deep in the pink zone. Harmon to get it. Harmon. He had Emma Scott up top, but wasn't able to get her. Over the midfield line. Back to Flecker. Gets past Emma Scott. Wingrove now off to Flecker. And Flecker will shoot and score. And Camo back on top, 2-1. Luke Flecker. Camo back up a goal with 7:40 left. Harmon. Along the wall for Caleb Scott. Back up to Harmon. Poked away by Flecker. Tracked down by Burke on the far wall. She goes down. Also going down, Wingrove. Flecker in the corner. Emma Scott and Harmon. We'll have a whistle here. Too much contact on Emma Scott. By Emma Scott. And back in for Pincus Carson Scott. Carson Scott pokes into the pink zone. Guarded by Wingrove. Looking for help. Sends it back. Sent down by Adams. Wide left and covered up by Gina Groff as Camo on top. 2-1 with 6:40 left. To the midfield line, Wingrove. Wingrove gets by Adams. Cut off by Caleb Scott. Scott looks to send it the other way. Guarded tightly by Wingrove. Back to Harmon. Harmon tries to work through both Rebecca and Gabby Burke. In the pink end, Harmon shoots it. That one's out of play. Deflected off of Flecker and out. Corner kick coming for Carson Scott and pink. Sends it down. Cut off by Flecker. Camo up 2-1 with 6 minutes to go. Here's Flecker. Flecker right side. Trying to feed Wingrove. Gets past him. Back to Flecker. Flecker off of Adams and cleared by Harmon. Down to Gabby Burke. Rebecca Burke on the far wall. Feeds Flecker. Make that Wingrove off of Vecchiola. Nice save. Cut off by Gabby Burke. Down for Rebecca. Too far. Shot on the way. Picked up by Vecchiola. 5.5 to play. Kaufman and White back on for pink. That one wide. Carson Scott sends it down, and it's covered up by Gina Groff. Keeps her team on top by a goal with 5 minutes left. Still plenty of time. Here's Flecker over the midfield line. Flecker trying to feed Burke. Rebecca Burke can't get it. She has to track it down on the far wall. Now Flecker up top. Off to Wingrove. Shoots it just wide. May have hit the post. Shot covered by Vecchiola. Down for Carson Scott on the board. Guarded by Burke. Great takeaway by Gabby Burke. She'll take it up back in the Camo zone. Looking to add to their lead, and she sends it out of play. Top of the box, set down by Vecchiola, off to Kaufman. Kaufman sends it off to the left for Carson Scott. 2-1 Camo with 4 minutes to go. Here's Wingrove, cut off by Kaufman. Now back to Wingrove, right side. Off to Burke, cut off by Kaufman. On the board, Kaufman tries to clear it for pink. Now Caleb Scott. Scott right side along the wall. Clear down by Wingrove. Nice clear. Off for Rebecca Burke. Tracking her down is the other number 7, Kaufman. 3.5 to go. Camo up 1. Here's Flecker. Cut off by Scott. Carson Scott with a shot! Just saved in the nick of time by Groff. Almost crossed that goal line, but Gina Groff with the save of the season there to keep it Camo 2-1. Now Flecker with 3 minutes to go over the midfield line. Flecker up top. He goes down, and that's a penalty on Kaufman. In for pink will be number 2. That's Emma Scott. Under 3 minutes left. Be set down by Flecker. That one sent out of play. They're going to switch out Vecchiola for Scott. So the goalie for the rest of this one will be Caleb Scott, as he'll try to get the mesh on. Doesn't even have it on all the way. He'll set it down and send it ahead. 2.5 to go. Camo up 1. On the far wall, Scott. Burke with it as well. Some contact. Pink looking for the tie. Here's Vecchiola. Vecchiola. Working on him is Wingrove and doing a fine job. Now Vecchiola to the board. Trying to center it up. Into the box, taken away by Flecker for the time being, and Groff will cover. Under 2 minutes, Camo up 1. Groff will push it ahead. Down for Emma Scott. Scott through the wickets of Wingrove. Off the board, sent ahead. Back down to the far wall. Scott. 1:30 left. Camo up a goal in the title game. Scott. Flecker will try to clear it. He will send it down through center. There's Flecker. He's tripped up by Kaufman. So that clock becoming a factor here for Pink. And Flecker will put it down after the penalty. Gets the thumbs up. Time going off the clock. Up ahead, picked up by Scott. Pink needs an answer. Scott will send it down off the board. Kaufman along the far wall. Here's Camo looking for the dagger. That one just wide. Off the board for Wingrove. Carson Scott will poke it ahead. Here's Gabby Burke. Gabby Burke back in the Camo zone with 38 seconds left. Camo up 2-1. Here's Scott. Scott will shoot it and score! Ties it up at 2. Carson Scott ties it up with 20 seconds to go. Put down by Flecker. Tells Wingrove to go to his right. Sends it off for Wingrove. 15 seconds. Back to Scott looking for the game winner maybe. Here's Burke. Scrum on the wall, down to 6, down to 5. Clear down, picked up by Groff. She'll roll it up ahead for Wingrove, and that will expire the regulation time in 15 minutes. Not enough for this one. Carson Scott with the game-tying goal with about 20 seconds left. We're all tied up at 2. So after 15 minutes, Camo 2 and Pink 2. 3-minute sudden death overtime coming up after this right here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Welcome back. Overtime. 3 minutes on the clock. Next goal wins. If not, we'll have a shootout. If we can't have a goal scored here in the next 3 minutes, Scott, who had the game-tying goal with 20 seconds left. Now Burke, the Burks have it in the corner. Scott rolls back in the Camo zone. Flecker guarded tightly by Kaufman. Kaufman. He gets tripped up by Burke. Off to Flecker. Flecker to Wingrove. Cut off by Scott. Carson Scott. Cut off by Gabby Burke. She goes to her right. Like that, Rebecca Burke fires it off the board. Sent ahead by Caleb Scott. Back to Wingrove. He shoots it. Caught by Vecchiola. Up ahead for Caleb Scott on the board. Scott off the far wall. Pokes it ahead for Carson. Cut off by Wingrove and sent down by Kaufman. 2 minutes left in the overtime. Up ahead for Wingrove. Wingrove, nice move to his right. Next goal wins it. Wingrove taken away. Great play by Emma Scott. Now back to Flecker. Flecker guarded by Carson Scott. We'll have a whistle here. With 1:40 left. Penalty goes on. Pink set down near midfield by Flecker. Gabby Burke will take it. That clock now under 1:30. Up ahead. Shot saved by Vecchiola. Rebecca Burke almost had it. Up ahead, near side. And they don't call a handball there. How did he miss that? Clearly a handball by Burke. Play continues, shot wide, covered by Vecchiola. Everyone stopped. They thought that one would be called for sure. Under a minute to go. Covered up by Groff. 50 seconds, tied up at 2. May have to have a shootout to decide this one. If no one scores in the last 40 seconds. Adams back on. Vecchiola sends it ahead for Carson Scott. On the far wall, Scott shoots, and it's knocked in! Caleb Scott wins it for Pink. In overtime, 3-2. And Pink wins the U17 championship. Caleb Scott with a game winner. And Pink wins it 3-2. What a thrilling game, a thrilling way to end this season. And Carson Scott had the game-tying goal to send it to overtime. And then Caleb Scott with the game winner in overtime with just about 40 seconds left in the overtime period. Pink wins it in a walk-off overtime fashion. Final score in overtime in this U17 championship game. Pink 3 and Camo 2. And these games brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Fernan, Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, Gary Smith, and their fine staff. I'm Nick Barczyk with Jerry Dupay. Thanks so much for watching. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation. So long, everybody.